Hi, my name is Chris Huddleston, and in this video, I'm going to go over Placeit, tell you what it is, show you how it works, and let you know how it can tremendously help in your print-on-demand business, whether you're using Etsy or any other service. So let's go into the program now. All right, so we're in Placeit now, and what Placeit is, to give you an idea, it is a mock-up site. So this is completely online. It's all web-based, so you can use this anywhere that you have internet access. So it's not a software that you actually download onto your computer. And with this, you can make mock-ups of all kinds of things, whether it's shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. You can put your designs on mugs. You can put it on bags, all kinds of things. Most of what I sell is hoodies, t-shirts, crew necks, and bags. I've not really gotten into mugs or any of that kind of thing, so I don't actually use this program for that. But you could use it for those other types of items if that's something that you want to sell. So I'm going to give you just an example here of how this works. So here's a mock-up that I already pulled up. So we're going to skip the tour because I don't need that. So let's say we had a logo, we've already made it, or design, we've already made it, and we want to put it on this shirt of this woman here. So what we can do is we're going to come over here to Insert Image, and I'm going to upload from my device. Now, if you have things that you have created and you've used on other designs, sometimes they'll be stored in here. Not always, but often it is. So here is just this kind of generic image that I got from Canva. So I'm going to upload that. And in here, we can go and we can move it around on the shirt. We can change the size of it. So what's going to happen when you first upload, you're not going to know if it's placed right or not. So what you basically want to do the first time is just go in here, just hit crop, see where it is. Okay, so this is not how I want the design to look because it's bleeding over. It's covering up, or it's going up over her neck, and it's onto the sleeve, so that doesn't look very good. So what we can do is we can go in here to resize, and I'm going to move this down some so it isn't up covering her neck, and then I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So make it smaller, I'm going to drop it down, and I'll crop this. Too low now. So again, this can be a little bit of a trial and error. So I'm going to keep the size. I think that's okay. And I'm going to move it up a little bit. That's too far, but you get the picture. So then, and what's great about this, one of the things that I really like, so if you buy mock-ups on Etsy, and this is something that I'll get into in another video. So check my other videos, and I'll do a mock-up where you're taking something from Etsy or somewhere else. The only downside with those is you probably have to go in and do a good bit of tweaking to make it look right. Whereas with this, I am going to move this down. Let's move this down about to here. And what's great about this is, I don't know how well you can see this, but it adjusts to the wrinkles in the shirt. So if you would get a mock-up from Etsy or some other place that people are creating mock-ups, you're not going to be able to get it to conform to the wrinkles and the body shape and all that unless you go in and adjust it with Photoshop. So it's really cool that in Placeit, it automatically does all this for you. Okay. So we have this also, and not all of the mock-ups are set up this way, but this one has a blank background. So then what you can do is you can do a couple of things here. We can go in and adjust the background. So if I wanted to, I could go in here and use these background things, which I don't really know why you would want to use that in this case. It looks kind of weird. But there are these preset backgrounds. You can go through these and pick whatever you want, or you can just go in here and pick a color. I don't know why. Okay. So you can go in here and pick a color, and you can make it whatever you want. You can even go in and you can go to more here, and if you have the color settings from somewhere else, you can, if there's a specific color that you want, you can just put in the numbers for it rather than picking a color from here or from this color thing there. If you know exactly what it is that you want as far as a color. Now also we can do the same thing with the shirt. So unless everything that you're selling is white is going to be the default color for the t-shirts. You can go in here and change the color of the shirt to whatever you want it to be. And again, you can go to more here. You can adjust the color within the color settings, or you can type in the number to give you a specific color. All right, so let's say you like this model, but you don't actually like this mock-up that much. So let's say you would want this model in a different pose or wearing a different outfit or whatever. So with most of the models, they've taken a bunch of different photos of the person. So you can go down here to find more templates with her. So we're going to scroll down a little bit. So let's say we really like this model, but we wanted the design to be on a hoodie instead of a t-shirt. So we're going to go in here to edit template. And so we can go to insert image. So let's try recently uploaded that we previously used. So we're going to put this in there. And again, as I said previously, this is probably not exactly this isn't how I would want this to look. So I'm going to resize. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Let's see how it looks now. Okay, I think I'm going to move it up a little bit. But as I was saying before, you can see how it will follow the wrinkles in the shirt. So it makes it look really realistic, in my opinion. So we can, now with this one, you'll notice this has a background already preset in it. So the ones that already have a background, a physical background, you're not going to be able to go in and change that. It's only the ones that we saw that have kind of the white background with the dots to let you know that that's a background color that you can change. So I don't know, let's make this color. I don't know that that's a great color with that, but you get the idea. Okay, so this is the same girl with a hoodie. Now you can go up here to all these categories and these mock-ups and everything, but the easiest thing, in my opinion, because there are so many designs that they have in here, so many mock-ups. So let's say we wanted a male for this, for a design. So we can type in, let's type in hoodie. So it brings up, a variety of different people here. So we can scroll down here and we can look by age. We can look by gender. So let's say, I'm going to say, I just want a man. And as you maybe could see there were close to 1,000 different designs of men. So let's say we wanted to use this guy here. So we're going to go to edit template. And the same thing. So I figured this is probably going to be too big. We're going to crop it. A little bit too small. But I think this is really cool. So if we had let's say this is a mock-up that I bought. If I had bought a mock-up on Etsy of this guy in this hoodie, if I just try to stick my logo, my design straight on that, it's not going to look right. And I would have to go in and tweak it with some kind of a image editing software to make it look like it actually fits on this shirt. But Placeit automatically does that for you. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because I think that's too small. Okay, that looks pretty good. But as you can see, it's positioned in such a way that it looks pretty natural on there. I would say most people, would have some difficulty looking at this, telling that this wasn't actually a person wearing that shirt. So again, let's give them a different color. And that's kind of a gross color with that, but whatever. Okay, there's orange. And again, this one has a background color that we can adjust. So I wouldn't actually use these colors. These are pretty garish, but as I said, you get the picture. So let's look at some other things that we can do. We can also do videos. So I'm going to type in hoodie video. And let's see what we've got here. Okay, let's put our logo on her. Edit template. And we're going to insert our image. Make this a little bit smaller. Now, video takes a little bit longer to process. There's a lot more to it than there is with just a still image. So we're going to give this a second here to show up. That's a little too small. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to crop that. And then if we wanted a design on the back, so that's also the thing with some of these, we'll have a back design and some will have a front design as well. And some will can even show up on the sleeves. So it's working on this. It can take it a few seconds to get going. It's going to load a preview for you. Okay, let's try to play this and see if it will go. All right, and it puts music into this. You can go in and change the music if you like. So again, in my opinion, this looks really, really natural. All right, let's take a look at some other things that we can do. So let's say you wanted to make a bag. So we can go to bag mockup. All right, so we're going to go back to our image that we've been using. I'm going to add this logo in there. Let's make it a little bit smaller. So that looks pretty good. So one thing that Etsy recommends is you have a place in your Etsy listings to put 10 images in there. So you don't have to stick with just this one. And we can do the same thing here. If you have bags that are different colors, we can go in and change the bag color. Okay, so let's try another one. And so let's try this one here. And I definitely would recommend that you use all 10 of those images that you have available to you in Etsy, or as many as you can. The more images that you can show, I think it helps your sales. So let's come here to, all right, make it a little bit smaller. All right, so that looks pretty cool. Again, we could change the bag color. We also could go in here and change the background if we want to. And, you can literally make any color you want with the background. Let's do one more thing. Let's try a mug. All right, so you can have, this is another neat thing, is you can have the items just by themselves in a background, or you can have them with a person. And you can do this with the clothing items as well. So let's go to our trusty image. We're going to add a heading. Not a heading, but that's what my image is called. All right, so it's in there. Change the color of the mug to whatever we want. And there we go. So I hope you're getting the picture of how beneficial Placeit can be to you. This I've done tons and tons of mock-ups with this. I also get mock-ups from Etsy as well, because there have been times where I couldn't find exactly what I wanted in Placeit, but Placeit seems to be adding new mock-ups all the time. So, it's possible that you could use this and not use anything else for mock-ups. There is a charge with this. It's not too much per month, but if you go to the description in my listing, there'll be links to Placeit. So you can go in there and you can do a trial offer of this. I definitely think it's worth the cost that it is per month. It's less than $20, I think. And I mean, you can pay $5 for just one mock-up in Etsy. And as you can see, there are literally thousands in here. There's some other things that you can get into, like gaming, that I've not done anything with. You can design logos and things like that. I use Canva and Adobe Illustrator for my designs, so I haven't really gotten into actually designing any of logos or my artwork for my Etsy listings. So that's another area where you can use Placeit. But you can do either an annual membership or pay month by month. But I really personally think this is an invaluable tool if you want to have a serious print-on-demand business and you want to sell on Etsy. So I hope you liked this little overview and tutorial of Placeit. Again, check out my other videos that I have, because I have all kinds of information about different tools and selling with print on demand on Etsy. And be sure to like and subscribe. And I hope you liked this video. Thanks. My name's Chris. Have a great day.